Welcome to the session. Program for International Student Assessment PISA is a project of member countries of the OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. PISA is a competency-based assessment. Today we are going to discuss about Discipline of Science Part 2. In this video, the topics to be covered are: first, stages of evaluation of science discipline; second, teaching techniques; third, different methods for teaching learning science. The classification of the evolutionary stages that a scientist describes a scientific discipline evolves through, and the type of scientists that are the most productive of each stage. Each scientific discipline evolves sequentially through 4 stages. Scientists at stage 1 introduce new objects and phenomena as subject matter for a new scientific discipline. To do this, they have to introduce a new language adequately describing for subject matter. So this is the first stage of evaluation of a science. At this stage 2, scientists develop a toolbox of methods and techniques for the new discipline. The advancement in methodology, the spectrum of objects and phenomena that fall into the realm of the new science. The second stage shows that the development of toolbox and methods to conduct the research. Stage 3, the stage at which most of the specific knowledge is generated, with the majority of research publications being published, often focusing on the application of new research methods to objects or phenomena. Scientists may re-describe their subject matter using refinements from stage 2. If any changes are required based on the research and the results, so they will replan, re-examine the results, and they will go back to stage 2, and further they will continue the research in the new application of science. For example, molecular biology, biologists might re-describe old subject matter from this new context, thus creating new insights, new answers and new questions. Stage 4. A seeming steady state for a discipline where the knowledge gained from earlier stages is maintained and passed on, often with practical application, often with new means generated to present the information without much groundbreaking new discoveries. This does not preclude crucial revisions to the role of this discipline within the specific environment. Five teaching techniques. These techniques are very much important for both teachers and the students to understand the concepts easily and for joyful learning. First one is real life scenarios that involve case studies. Case studies play a vital role to understand the different concepts of science. So the teachers should encourage the students to go through the case studies on different concepts of science. Second, ways of analyzing current problems. So time to time there are so many issues in the nature or environmental issues. The students, they have to keep in their mind to update their knowledge on those problems. They have to aware of the current problems in the environment, like air pollution, water pollution, sound pollution, etc. And at the same time, students, they have to think about alternative solutions, alternative ways of solving these problems to understand the concepts. Peer-to-peer teaching, which involves students in their own education. The teacher should encourage the students to discuss themselves in the classroom so that the teaching learning will take place effectively, and the students, they can understand the concepts easily within no time, and it also helps independent learning. Next, hands-on activities that engage the students beyond the lecture. Science is a practical subject. Science teaching requires demonstration of various activities and experiments based on the theories, facts and laws, etc. So the teacher is supposed to demonstrate the activities or experiments based on the concepts either in the classroom or in the laboratory. Thereafter, the students, they have to practice those activities in the presence of the teacher and under the guidance of the teacher. So the students, they can get confident on the concept, and at the same time they can understand easily the concepts. Last technique is teach useful scientific concepts. So many concepts are there in the science, in any discipline of science like physics, chemistry, biology, etc. But there are some concepts in any subject definitely required to stress by the teacher in the classroom, so that those knowledge of concepts will be utilized by the students in their day-to-day life to solve their problems. Different methods for teaching learning science. The first method is design based learning, simply it is called DBL. Also it is called design based instruction. It is an inquiry based form of learning or pedagogy that is based on integration of design thinking and design process into the classroom at secondary level, that is from class 6 to 10th. This DBL method is very much helpful to the students to understand the concepts, as those two steps, one is design thinking followed by design process. There are some concepts of science either in physics or chemistry or biology definitely helpful by using this method in the classroom by the teacher. The second method is project based learning, PBL. It is a student centered pedagogy that involves a dynamic classroom approach in which it is believes that students acquire a deeper knowledge through active exploration of real world challenges and problems. Students learn about a subject by working for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to a complex question. So this method is very much helpful to the students to learn the concepts by themselves. It supports independent learning. There is a lot of freedom for the student while doing the project by his or her own. There are certain skills also will develop, like questioning, observation, collecting data, analyzing the data, and making the inference or conclusion. Above that, the student is also learned how to write the project report. There are some concepts in science definitely helpful through this method, that is project based learning. Science teacher should assign the science projects to the students time to time based on the concepts or based on the topic. Next method is the KWL table. There are three letters here. One is K, second W, third L. Each letter its own importance or significance. What students already know. Second, what to know. Third, ultimately learn. That means whenever a teacher is starting the certain concept or a topic, first the teacher should know what previous knowledge on the topic know by the students. The second one is wants to know as per the concept or a topic, so how to explore the topic or a concept in the classroom based on the previous knowledge. Third one is ultimately learned. At the end of the class, whether the objectives are achieved or learning outcomes are fulfilled or not. It is a part of constructivist approach of teaching, where students move away from traditional teaching learning. The KWL chart is as three columns titled Know, Want and Learn. So it is very important method of teaching, especially for science subject, to explore the knowledge. This method of teaching learning science. Five is learning cycle. In this method, there are 5 E's are there. Those are engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate. In this method, the teacher should act as a facilitator or mentor. The teacher should divide the students into different groups. For each group, the teacher should assign a topic or a concept for engaging the students. After assigning the topic or a concept, teacher should give sufficient time for discussion by the group of students. During this time, each group will work on the topic or a concept to explore the content or questions with answers. After discussion by the each student of that group, then the teacher should call the students as group wise. Then each group will explain the topic assigned to them. In each group, each student will take active part during the discussion as well as while explaining to other students in the class. After explaining by all the groups, then the teacher should elaborate the topic or a concept based on the discussion by the students as group wise. That is elaboration. After elaboration of the topic or a concept, finally the teacher evaluates the students as group wise based on their performance. So this method is very much effective for some of the concepts in science. It helps to understand the concepts easily by the students. There is a lot of scope for a discussion by the group of students, and all students in the class also. Next method is peer-based learning. Peer learning is an educational practice in which students interact with other students to attain educational goals. It can take place in both formal and informal contexts. So this method is also very much helpful to the students for independent thinking, and they can discuss the concepts or a topic either in the classroom or out of the classroom. Science exhibitions. Science exhibitions give opportunity to the students making static array working models, report writing on project, exhibition of the project or model, communication skill, teamwork. So through science exhibition, either individual student or a group of students can be benefited while performing the or making the model, either static or working model. So it also helps to strengthen the concepts to understand by the students. Multidisciplinary projects, an approach which creates a single team from a range of different disciplines or fields of expertise. That means a group of students or a teachers together they work on a common goal, or they work on different fields of science or a discipline of science to explain a particular topic or a chapter. Scientific discovery, computational models of. Scientific discovery is the process by which novel, empirically valid, general and rational knowledge about phenomena is created. Computational models of scientific discovery are computer programs that make discoveries. Science projects which teach the scientific methods of inquiry and experiment, field research journals. Model discoveries from the history of science or simulate the behavior of participants or students solving scientific problems. The success of these models provides some insights into the nature of human cognitive processes in the scientific discovery, and addresses some interesting issues about the nature of scientific discovery itself. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited Imagination encircled the world. This quote quoted by Albert Einstein. Imagination is play vital role in subject science. Imagination means thinking differently and do the things different way. For imagination, sky is the limit. After going through this video, answer the following questions as in the form of assignment. What is the importance of evaluation? What field of science is evaluation? Mention any 3 suitable methods for teaching learning science. Thank you all of you.